Well, happy Thursday, 1/11/24, January 11th, 2024. Can't believe it's 2024. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I need a haircut. Looking at myself, holy cow. Everybody else would say, well, your hair's not that long. I'm used to having short hair. I don't like the long hair. Now I'm hot. Well, I won't be complaining soon. It's going to be really cold here. We've got a polar vortex, a polar blast coming to the United States, the central portion. We here in the blue state of Chicago, the red state of Illinois and the blue state of Chicago, we have, it looks like it's going to be negative 10 degrees, like Sunday night or something overnight. Negative 10 actual temperature. Wind chills, maybe 25 below. Woo! Good times. Well, you know what? I like that, though. We need a hard freeze. We need to kill all these nasty critters, these insects, these pests. Let's give them a good die-off. And the strong will survive. Those will be the ones that bite you good in the summer. All right, so the ETF is the big news. This is what everybody's talking about. ETF! Oh, yeah, baby, Bitcoin ETF, it's on! Win moon, win limbo! So you saw a spike in the crypto market. It pumped up a little bit, even after the fake, false, engineered theater release a day before where the ETF was approved. But it was approved through the X/Twitter account of the SEC, and it was apparently hacked. So it was fake news. It was FUD. So on Wednesday that happened. The SEC's phone, whatever device they're using, got SIM swapped. Something happened where someone got access to their Twitter account, X account, and they said that the ETF was approved. All the ETFs are approved. Well, it was a little day early. And so that shook the markets a little bit. And you got to think, these are the people responsible for keeping you safe. The Securities and Exchange Commission. Exchanges? Exchange. I don't know. Security. They got security in their name. And they got hacked. So, anyway. The next day, ETFs, they roll out. It was kind of an open secret. Everybody was talking about it, and it's going to happen. And this time, it actually happened. So, what's that mean for crypto? What's that mean for Bitcoin? That means a lot of money can easily access Bitcoin now. And this is the big thing they're touting on all the news programs. Oh, it's so much easier now. They don't have to worry about transferring Bitcoin. They don't have to worry about getting it off an exchange. It's cheaper to buy it through the ETF than it is an exchange. And plus, they're the custodians that hold it for you. You don't have the aggravation of worrying about losing your Bitcoin now. No, because the vampires have it. Because their casino, they've got new poker chips. They got a new gold poker chip, and it's called Bitcoin. And you get to buy into it and play at the table. Absolutely the opposite of what happened 15 years ago with the Satoshi white paper. 15 and a few months. Over 15 years ago. Peer-to-peer electronic currency outside of a financial institution. No intermediary, no government involved. You've got the freedom, the ability to send your energy, your money, anywhere you want. Anywhere in the world, 24/7, 365 days a year, except in a leap year, like this year, 366 days. Yeah, all those wonderful visions and dreams shot down the porcelain because now ETFs are available, and Bitcoin has become nothing more than another tradable asset, another derivative of something that once was. That's basically where you're at, and everybody loves it. Price go up, number go up. It will probably, in my thinking, be less volatile in my thinking, because right now you've got a lot of exchanges, a lot of back and forth, a lot of trading, a lot of speculation involved in Bitcoin and all of crypto for that matter. I think this might normalize it and make it more regular to where you won't see those big ups and downs. It'll help mainstream it. It'll become more like a stock, because you don't see stocks crashing, 20% in one day and then 30% up the next day. It's rare that kind of thing happens, just because it's a seasoned market. You got a lot of big players into it, a lot of institutions that aren't, buying and selling every day. So it may stabilize, and you may see $100,000 Bitcoin, and that's it for a while. I don't know. It's after everybody thinks we're going to $1 million. You know what? Who knows? I see all these stupid numbers. All the money's going to pour into Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Well, when the Bitcoin ETF was released, has all the money poured into Bitcoin on day one? As of right now, no. Have you seen all the other coins jump up a considerable amount? Yes. So I think it's just going to slosh down the pipeline like it always does. You know, it's what always happens in crypto. Bitcoin's the first mover, draws in a lot of money. It's the sun in the sky. Everybody sees it. Woo! And then they start looking, wow, what's this? That's a moon. There's a planet. There's the stars. Oh, man, I want to get some of these. They're a lot cheaper. Let me speculate. And so I think you're still going to have speculation in all those other cryptos. Bitcoin might become more stable, but the other cryptos are still going to have a lot of speculation involved. So don't think that Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million right away. I don't think it will, because once Bitcoin starts moving up, and this may change, I don't know. Everything might be different, even though nothing's ever different. The Bitcoin ETF is going to bring money into Bitcoin, and it's just going to park it. And it'll sit there. It'll be a store of value. It'll never get used for money like it was intended. Satoshi white paper, fine. Store of value. So what now we're going to have, so now we'll have the other coins that, you know, will be the speculative ones, the ones that everybody wants to get a hold of and, you know, play with and that kind of thing. And so you might see a lot more or you'll see the same volatility in those coins, but I don't think you'll see it in Bitcoin. Because whenever Bitcoin rises, whenever Bitcoin starts going up, money sloshes out of Bitcoin into the altcoins. In other words, everything but Bitcoin. And you're not going to stop that. That's going to continue. Just saying. If you got $1 million Bitcoin, do you really think these other coins aren't going to, you know, if Bitcoin goes 100% up, do you think these other coins are going to go just 100%? No, they'll go 1,000%. Because it takes less money to move those things up. It takes a lot to move Bitcoin up and double it. A lot of money's got to come into it. And there's a lot of money out there, but I don't think it's going to go down like a lot of people think. It's not Bitcoin only. Oh my gosh, the package. Oh, this may be, it is. Warrior, Benny, package got here. Finally. See, they knew what they were talking about. That's not a good address. It's like, no, maybe it doesn't. It made it. There's your proof. Something for the bar. Can't wait. I'll highlight that on happy hour tomorrow, as long as it's not indecent. Anyway, thank you, Benny. Appreciate it. Open that when I get in. But I think you're going to see some more stability than I think everybody anticipates with Bitcoin. Just saying. What else is going on? Horrible news. Nick Saban retiring as the Alabama head coach. 6 national titles at Alabama. 7 national titles in his career. 72 years old. He's going to retire. Good for him. You know, what more do you have to prove? And, you know, it's rocking the sports world right now. I mean, he's 72. You know, what else can the man do than what he's already done? He's some big shoes to fill. I mean, that person that's going to be the coach at Alabama after Nick Saban. Whew. But they said the same thing about Bear Bryant, and then he ended up with a Nick Saban at some point. We'll see what happens. Oh, my daughter's like, oh no, because she's a first-year student at Alabama, and you know, the whole campus is just like in mourning because Nick Saban's not coming back as a head coach. Arguably the greatest college football head coach, and maybe even, you know, football coach of all time. Also, we had Bill Belichick, another an amazing coach, arguably, you know, one of the best coaches in the NFL. Those two retiring basically the same day. 172, 171, they're calling it quits. I can't blame them. I mean, we'll see what they do. It'll be interesting. I know Saban, I think he's got some car dealerships, you know, and he's always into the automobiles. Never thought he was going to coach, and he's going to, you know, you never know what life throws at you. You just end up sometimes on a path, and you follow the path, and you're successful, and you keep going with it, but it might not be your true passion. I think he said his true passion was, you know, he loved automobiles, he loved cars, you know, and so maybe that's how his last chapter of his life, it'll be, you know, the automotive. So whatever, you know, I hope he's happy. God bless him. He's an amazing coach, did amazing things at Alabama for that program, for that school, for that town, and all of football for that matter. So cool. I usually don't talk about sports, but, you know, I got a little skin in the game. You know, I'm paying a lot of money to Alabama. So, you know, wondering what's going to happen. Anyway, and then, the Patriots, Bill Belichick, he's gone. I mean, another great coach. So we'll see where they end up. But I think more than anything, there are seasons to life. There are chapters in your life, and to invest yourself in only one thing, might not be the ideal thing all the time. Sometimes it's time to make a change. Sometimes you need to move on, and you got to be willing to adapt, willing to change, willing to see things differently and think that, hey, my happiness may not just be right here. Maybe it's over here. And sometimes you have to kind of force yourself to be in that position to experience something else. And sometimes you're motivated because of, all kinds of things. The universe usually motivates you. If you're stuck in a rut and you're not making a change, usually something will happen that forces you to make a change. Now, you can do that proactively, preemptively on your own, because that's the path you're supposed to be on, or the universe will give you some pain to kind of put you on that path. And we all, if we look at our lives, probably recognize that. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee again. I gave it up for months, and then, I'm on and off with this stuff. I like it, and then I don't like it. I mean, I always like it, but it's just, again, like a change. Sometimes I need a change. I'm sick of being in a rut. I'm going to mix it up. I'll not make a video every day. Just make one a week. That's just, the universe is, but that's what, again, just follow the path, whatever is laid before you, and roll with it and go with it, and instead of fighting it, and usually everything will work out. What is it? The mind of man plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, it depends on the translation that you read, but that's really what it is. The best laid scheme of men. I just went to the dentist. Nothing drilled on, just clean. But, again, every time I go to the dentist, I think, wind dentures, man. Time for a change. It's a-coming. But the best laid schemes o' mice and men gang after gley. That's Robert Burns, I think, an Irish poet. I think he was Irish. Was he Scottish? I don't know. I think he was Irish. Should know this. 1700s, I think. I'm thinking 1720. I could be completely wrong, but that was the best laid schemes of mice and men go oft awry. It's taken from that. And then there's a movie, a book. Steinbeck wrote the book of Mice and Men, and the movie with Lenny, show me the rabbits, George. Tell me about the rabbits, George, and that whole thing that you probably read in grade school, middle school, high school, whatever. Hopefully you read it. If not, go read Of Mice and Men by Steinbeck, John Steinbeck. And it's a good book. It really is, about human nature and what you're dealing with, and responsibilities and dreams, and it's sad, and it's it's hopeful and sad, and it's all those things. But that's life. And, we have our plans laid out. We think they're going to go a certain way. I mean, good Lord knows, I got a lot of plans. Every day I got plans that don't work out. Every week, every month, whole life, they don't work out. But they work out for the best. I am who I am today because of the culmination of experiences and actions and, all the things that have made me who I am right now. And there's no stopping that. And I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be who I am right now if it were not for all those experiences. And so it is what it is. You just accept it and move on. So I don't know. There's my ramble for Thursday. I'm not going to go into anymore. DigiByte, 10 years old, been running for 10 years nonstop. Yesterday, I think the day before, or simultaneously almost, Vertcoin, same thing, been running for 10 years. You've got these proof of work coins that do work as a peer-to-peer electronic currency, that are not being locked up in a vampire casino in ETFs where they're going to just control the flow of everything. Just because the fees are going to be cheap, and everyone's going to elect to use the ETFs because the fees are cheap. That's the big selling point right now. They're talking about low fees on the ETFs as opposed to buying it from an exchange. So think about the people you've tried to get into crypto to get them to adopt. Very, very fraction of 1% actually knows how to get crypto, put it in their own possession, hold it, transfer it, pay with it, do those things. Most people just want the number to go up. I don't care. I don't care who holds it. Doesn't matter to me. Leave it on the exchange. Leave it in an ETF. You hold it for me in a wallet. I don't want to deal with it. You just tell me when it goes up so I can go sell it and get more fiat cash. That's basically how most people operate. The ETFs are going to allow that to exacerbate itself because low fees. We're going to be able to buy Bitcoin cheap. I just went to the store and there's a Bitcoin ATM there, crypto ATM, I should say. Everybody says the maximalists say Bitcoin, not crypto. Bitcoin, not crypto. And it's like, whatever. Bitcoin is crypto. It's like bourbon and whiskey, scotch and whiskey. You know, it is what it is. It's cryptocurrency. There's many cryptocurrencies, and there's some that aren't. They're tokens. But the fees for those ATMs are very high. And then you have to custody it. You got to know how to have a wallet. Well, now you've got an option, super easy option. The vampires win again. They are going to make it so easy, path of least resistance, to guide you right into that Bitcoin ETF, into the custodial solution, into the vampire casino. That's exactly what they're doing. And most people are going to go with it because, man, it's so much easier. I can just go right in here and boom, it's in my account. Low fees. I get more Bitcoin on my purchase. No brainer. I don't have to worry about it. It's insured. It's covered. You know, the custodians are all taking care of it. They're going to do their job. And at some point, you're going to want your Bitcoin and use it for something. And hopefully you can use it. I hope you can use it. But you're going to have to ask for permission from more than one person, probably. More than one entity involved. You're not going to be able to just say, hey, I want to send this transaction from me to you on a Sunday when the banks are closed. You're not going to be able to do that. So just realize the freedom that you're giving up for the convenience that you are supposedly receiving. Once again, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. So anyway, shout out to DigiByte, shout out to Vertcoin, two cryptocurrencies, proof of work coins that are still working. You got some sound money for the digital age there, but the ultimate sound money for the digital age, the king, the big daddy, the lighthouse, Litecoin, baby. I want to take a look at it. Been running for over 12 years nonstop. Got privacy built into it. Big things coming this year. It's a no-brainer. No-brainer. If you want a coin you can use that has a finite supply, that is proven, has the best track record in history, crypto history, Litecoin is your answer. But there are other coins. Dogecoin. Use Dogecoin. Use whatever coin you want. But use it! That's the thing. Don't lock it up and let somebody else hold it in a cage. Use it. All right, we're going to be talking probably a little bit about DigiByte today on Hash It Out on Blind Dave's YouTube channel. Go check out Hash It Out, link below. Look, I got my Litecoin watch on. Everywhere I go, got my Litecoin watch. It's always Litecoin time with Westwood. And it's stuck on 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock always at Westwood. Litecoin time. So you've got Hash It Out today at 4 p.m. Central Time on Blind Dave's channel. There's a link below. Or we'll talk about these ETFs, guarantee it, and what that means, where it's going. Talk about DigiByte, 10 years running, what's going on with them. We will also get in some other things. I don't know if I might have any drinks today. You know, I've been drinking on Thursday and Friday. Usually it was just Fridays with happy hour. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Twist my arm, drink and smoke a cigar, right? But definitely be having some cigars and drinking some whiskey, bourbon, something tomorrow on happy hour on the lovely Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel at 4 p.m. Central Time. The link is also below in the description. Hit that thumbs up. I don't know if it matters, but, you know, it's kind of cool to see that people are paying attention. And if you care about anything that I say, I don't know, maybe just a small amount, just a tiny fraction, because I talk about a lot of different things, just hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. And I hope to see you on happy hour. I really do. And just realize where we're at in society, in this world. Don't be deceived. There's a lot of deception out there. Deception upon deception upon deception. I mean, just look inside, trust yourself. I mean, you know what you're a part of. You know you're connected to a creator, you know, a being, you know. I don't know what name you want to give it. You know, it's hard to, you know, a lot of people want to put names on things, but, you know when there's truth inside and what you're resonating with. And, you know, when you call out and when you make a connection, you know what's true and stick with that. Trust yourself, reconnect with this universe, and You know, just know that there's a plan, there's a purpose. And when you see the signs, you know, be willing to change, be willing to adapt. More than anything right now, being willing to adapt and seek out truth and then adapt after knowing what that truth is. And when you find it, I think is the most important thing you can do right now. Have some self-knowledge, develop your intuition, and definitely start trusting yourself. Too many people out there with too many different agendas. Too many men, too many people causing too many problems. And not much love to go around. That's the key. All right. Love y'all. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope to see you on Hash It Out today at 4 p.m. Central Time and Happy Hour tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time. Check the links below. Have a wonderful day. Trust yourselves. Exit the Vampire Casino. That's all I got.